Should be good, right? Okay, we got confirmation. Tate can see us. All right, guys, so I'm just gonna wait for our guest to get on and for everyone else to kind of trickle on, and then we'll get started. I hope I gave it the right one. There she is. Jillian, can you hear me? Hello?
Hi. There we go.
Hey. All right, cool. We can hear you.
We're stuck. All right, let me just make sure I don't get any beeps. Okay.
Oh, here, puppy.
Yeah, I'm in a room, but he's.
That's how our dog is right now. She's in her kitchen barking like a maniac. So will you be able to pull up your slides on your end? Okay.
Yep. Screen share. Yep, I see it.
Okay.
Can we do that now?
Whenever you're ready. I think we'll just give maybe I can start doing some just general team announcements while you get all set up. But I think as long as when your slides are pulled up, when you're talking, they should pop right up. That should be fine.
Okay.
All right, guys. So thanks for hopping on tonight. And obviously this is live right now, but this is the same link that the recording will be on. So if you need to catch the recording or head back and re-listen, this is the same link that you'll use. And obviously I'll put that in the team page as well. But this is our team call for any new coach. We do this every other Wednesday, and we flip back and forth from having a guest speaker, and then we will do a Q&A with FlyNation coaches to answer any questions. So we have a guest tonight, so it's really exciting. Her name's Jillian, and she is going to be speaking with us all about using Instagram for recruiting. But just quickly do some team announcements, and then we'll pass it over to her to get started. But if you are one of my PS coaches, this is going to be repetitive since we just got off Zoom. But Summit is coming up, so it's a really exciting time. And I know a lot of you are really sad you're not able to make it this year, but it just gives more excitement to be able to make it next year. This is a really exciting time because of all the launches. We have size coming out, the performance line, the Fixate cookbook, and then maybe some sort of surprise something. Not sure. They always do something exciting at Summit. So we have all that going on, as well as all of the coaches being at Summit. So whether you're able to be there or not, still plug into the team page because we're going to be sharing everything and doing as fast as we can live updates from what we're learning there and what we're being presented with as far as new products and programs and launches and things like that go. So even though we will be there and you won't, please stay plugged in and try to soak up as much as you can. Also wanted to just let you guys know about 3 different dates. One is the 20th will be our next FlyNation Glance into Coaching, which we do every month. For anybody you're talking about with coaching, any prospects, and hopefully you learn lots from Jillian tonight and you can utilize that so that when we have our Glance group, you're ready to go. 7/22, which is the Wednesday that follows that, will be our next FlyNation Push to Emerald group that we do once a month. And then also we decided, since Size is just releasing, that on August 3rd, it's a Monday, we're going to put together a FlyNation Size test group. So for any of your customers that are doing Size, whether they're in your challenge group too or not, that's fine. It's just going to be a group for people that are only doing Size. So we're really excited about that. So lots and lots of fun things going on and lots of excitement. And I mean, I'm pumped for Summit. I know the coaches are pumped too. But again, I mean, just try to be in it as much as you can, even though you're not able to be there. It's still going to be a really exciting time for everyone. So I'm going to pass it over to Erica, and she's going to introduce Jillian, and we'll get started.
Yay! So, like Katie said, we have a guest. Her name is Jillian Kaplan, and she is a 1-star diamond coach. Super cool. She's a product development engineer at Verizon. Board of directors for the largest dog rescue on the East Coast. We have like so many dog lovers in FlyNation, so that's super cool. I love that. Married for 1.5 years and has 1 fur baby and has been coaching for 13 months. So she's going to be talking tonight about Instagram recruiting, and I know that that is a huge, huge thing that we are stressing with you guys to really dive in on the Instagram front. So I know that she has some slides that will be, obviously, like Katie said, this recording will go right back to this link. So write some stuff down, but pay attention to, and that's it. Take it away, Jillian.
Awesome. Okay. I'm just going to share. Can you guys see my slides?
No, I cannot.
Okay. Let's try that again. Share. Can you see them now?
I can.
Yay.
Awesome. Okay. Great. So hopefully Katie and Erica will share these with you after the call, but definitely, like they said, take some notes. I didn't have an Instagram account before I started coaching. So for those of you that are like, I don't even know where to get started, that's totally fine. We'll start you right from the beginning. And I've built my network up. I have like a little over 6,000 followers, which isn't, you know, tens of thousands, but it's certainly plenty to get a good base. I said to Katie before I started the call that one of the really nice things about the timing of this is that I've had 4 new coaches sign up in the past 2 weeks, and they're all from Instagram. So it's definitely a really key thing to get out of your warm market. So what is Instagram? I'm going to start from the beginning in case someone has absolutely no idea what it is. It's an online mobile photo sharing, video sharing, and social networking service that enables its users to take pictures and videos and share them on a variety of social networking platforms. You can link it to Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and Flickr. So when you upload something to Instagram, it'll say, do you also want to upload it to these other platforms? And you can choose as many as you want. You do have to upload a picture. You can't upload anything without a picture like you can do on Facebook. So just keep that in mind, even when you're messaging people. All right, so this is how I started my Instagram journey. It can be really overwhelming if you're starting out and you have 0 followers and you're following 0 people and you're like, where the heck do I start? But this is exactly what I did. I really not only, but like I'd say 90% of my sales on Instagram is coach recruitment versus customer sales. And I feel like a lot of that is because I'm sort of uncomfortable reaching out to someone I don't even know and being like, hey, I see that you need to lose weight. Want to join me or whatever? But when you're talking to someone about coaching, you're complimenting them, right? Like you've been following them. You think that they would make a great coach. And that's a huge compliment for someone. Like you see their progress, you see, you know, them posting about it and really doing an amazing job. So the first step is to start getting followers. And usually in order to get followers, you have to start following people. So I would start searching hashtags. My suggestion is to not search a ton of fitness hashtags because you're going to get a lot of other Beachbody coaches, It Works, Exogenics, all the other fitness people. So I would like search things that relate to you. These are just some examples. So this is Florida mom, bride to be, Boyd mom, whatever you are. I do a lot of fur baby. I've been using Stop, Drop, and Chug a decent amount because that seems to be people that are interested in fitness but aren't associated with a brand yet. It's like a water thing. So just start searching some hashtags and try to follow 10 to 20 people a day. And as you follow them, you want to comment on their pictures so that they know that you're there. This will only get you public people, like people that have public profiles, so they won't have to accept you. The other thing I try and do is anyone who comments on my picture, I comment and respond back to them so that they realize that, you know, I'm a real person and I'm not just posting and spamming or whatever. I post lots of transformation and experience pictures of me. because people really want to see you. They want to see what you're doing. They want to see your progress. They want to see how you're doing. My Instagram, unlike my Facebook, is pretty much all fitness. I'll go through on the next slide about like how to pick what you're going to focus on, but the vast majority of it is about fitness. The next thing I do is I download an app called Followers, and basically it's like a creeper app where you can track who's following you, and unfollow people that don't follow you back, so that it doesn't look like you're following 1,000 people and you only have 100 followers. You want to kind of keep those numbers even. And you want to try and build relationships with people that are interested in following you as much as you're interested in following them. The other app that is totally key for Instagram is an app called Tags for Likes. And it basically just gives you the most appropriate and popular tags for your pictures. So if there's someone with 30,000 followers and they're not appropriately tagging their pictures, they're going to get a lot less likes than someone with 5,000 followers who's appropriately tagging their pictures, because, you know, that when you're showing up in people's feeds and they're searching for that tag, they're going to see you if you're tagging 30 things more than the person that tags 2 things. I usually put like 1 or 2 specific tags in the picture. So if I do intermittent fasting, so if I'm posting about intermittent fasting, I'll put it in the actual picture post. And then I use the tags for likes, and it's so easy. Like I just go to my exercise and fitness one and I hit copy and I paste it as the first comment, and it shows up right away. Instagram used to let you tag later, and it would show up later. You could also like delete your tags and re-add them, and it would re-show up in people's feeds. You can't do that anymore, so you want to make sure that you tag as soon as you post. And so just go right into tags for likes and do it that way. The next tip I have is to make your profile interesting. So like emoticons, you want to kind of describe a little bit about who you are, what you do, why you're there, so people can kind of get a quick look and be like, oh, this person seems pretty cool. You know, she's into fitness and she likes to run and she, you know, has 3 kids or whatever. So just, it's not a lot of characters. You don't get a ton, but just make sure to make it something kind of that people want to go ahead and look at. So that's kind of how to like build your profile and start making connections with people to get them to follow you. And then I'll move on. Okay, so then this part is the pick the 3 to 5 things about you that you want to feature on your Instagram. So you don't want to be like all over the place. So I personally, I really concentrate on my fitness because I'm really good about my workouts, my intermittent fasting, and my dogs. Those are pretty much the 3 things that I post about. Occasionally like some, you know, within my intermittent fasting, some eating stuff, but really think about who you are and what kind of people you want to attract. Because you should really be concentrating on those things so that you sort of are branding yourself as whatever you are. So this is like probably my most key point. People don't join Instagram to buy things. They're not on there because they're shopping most of the time. They're on there because they're looking and they're playing and they're posting. But you obviously, like we all do sales posts, and actually one of my key rules for myself, and I always tell my team this, is that if you do a sales post, you have to message 10 people about that post and invite them to whatever you're posting about. Because if you can't find 10 people to message, you don't have 10 people you think would be remotely interested in your feed, then there's no point in the post. So if you do a sales post, just make sure you're messaging people about it. But I would really concentrate on not making your page 100% about sales. So, and then there's the same rule we follow on Facebook. I follow, you know, on Instagram, which is the 80-20 rule, you know, 20% salesy and 80% about you. People want to see your story. If you are into, you know, skincare or, you know, obviously fitness, your routines, videos. You know, if you want to like check out what other people are doing, I would follow some Beachbody people that have a lot of followers and check out their content. That's really, really helpful for me. I get a lot of my best ideas from watching other people. I've stolen a bunch of Katie's stuff and turned it into my own because I think that she's really great at what she does. So don't feel like you like, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to post about today. Just follow some people and see what they have. The last option is you can buy some followers. I think you can buy 1,000 for $10. They're not quality. They're not going to buy anything from you. But sometimes if you're just getting started, it'll give you some clout. So you can just buy those quick 1,000. I think I bought 1,000 in the very beginning to kind of, so I have 1,000 followers that probably aren't very useful at all. But in the very beginning when I had no followers, it kind of made me look like I was important. So that whole fake it till you make it thing. All right. So we talked a little bit about how to follow people, how to unfollow people, how to build up a base, what to post about. All right. So now we're going to actually start talking to people. And I'm sure you guys have seen this on Instagram. Do not go on random people's pages and comment on their pictures. Love your profile. Let's connect on Facebook. The link is in my profile. Don't do that. You look like spammer. I can't imagine anyone makes any money from it at all. And you know, you're not really connecting with that person, right? The point is to form a relationship. So this is what I do. Every single Monday, I write down the names in whatever app I have on here. It's Google Keep. I write down the names of 10 people that I follow that I think would make good team members for me. And Monday through Sunday, I go through and I comment on their stuff. And obviously these people are the people that I want to be team members are the ones that are posting every day. So every day I have something new to comment on and interact with them. You'll find that they'll probably comment on your pictures. They'll comment back to you on their pictures. And I want you to make genuine comments. So not things like cool or good. You know, like if they did a really awesome workout, comment on that. If they look great in what they're wearing or they have cool lipstick, or like make a real genuine comment. So, you know, and these don't have to be new people that you've added. They don't have to be like the 10 people you add on Monday. Oftentimes the people that I make the list for on Mondays are people I've been following for a while and have commented here and there, but this week I'm really going to make an effort to reach out to them and talk to them. So after a week or two of going back and forth, I usually do it on Sunday nights, about a week of chatting, I DM these people. And if there are any questions on how to use DM, we can certainly address that. And I usually send an inspirational quote when I send them a DM, because like I said, you have to send a picture on Instagram. And I send them a nice, genuine message about like how much I like their profile, the awesome work that they're doing, and why I think they would make a great coach. And I usually invite them to either my next intro to coaching group if I have one coming up, or if they write back to me, I'll often ask them if they have Facebook or email, just because DM is really kind of awkward and you can't send anyone links on there that actually work. So it's a lot easier if you can get them on Facebook or at least their email. Okay. So here are some great conversation starters. You don't have to like initially approach these people with coaching if you feel like you haven't developed a good relationship with them yet. But the things that I always make sure to offer a compliment, give a comment, and ask a question so that they have to sort of respond back. You can ask general questions, more personal questions. Here's like an example. Hi, love your Instagram posts. I'm a mama too, and just love your little ones and their outfits. Where do you shop for them? If sometimes I know you can't use their name, like it'll, you know, when you pull up their DM, it doesn't give a name, like a regular name, that's fine. You could say, hey girl, whatever, or hey hun, or whatever. But if there's a name there, use it, because it seems, you know, it makes you seem a lot less like you're just messaging a bunch of people and that you're actually talking to them. Here's some good example of questions. How long have you been into XYZ? Would you rather blank or blank? What have you tried in the past? What is your best advice for? And what would you recommend? So those are kind of things that are good conversation starters if you're not comfortable jumping into talking to them about coaching. But if you do talk to them about coaching, definitely use the compliment, comment, question, conversation starter for sure. And then this is just my little social media planner. You can use it however you want. This is some, you know, all sorts of stuff for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I use this for all my social media outlets. You know, sometimes I wake up and I'm like, oh, I have so much stuff to post about today and I've got everything down. And sometimes I wake up and I have nothing to post about. So I snoop everyone else's Facebook pages and Instagrams and kind of figure out what would work and use one of these categories and make posts. I do try to post 2 to 3 times a day on all of my social media outlets. I really concentrate on Facebook and Instagram. I do have a website and a blog, but obviously I don't post 2 to 3 times a day on my blog. But I kind of try and concentrate my efforts on Instagram and Facebook because I just find I have an easy time using them and I have a decent return. All right. And then there's some, obviously, because you have to use pictures on Instagram, I included some selfie tips. I think these came from Jen Richardson, but these are some great tips for you. Invest in a good mirror. Lighting is super, super key. Think about what you're wearing. And you can do lots of super easy editing on your phone. I have a Droid and I have a good, I have photo editing apps, and I also, in my regular camera, have some decent photo editing. I'm not the best with that. I'm not super creative, but you know, I do my very best. So that's something to think about when you're posting pictures on Instagram. And they don't, and you know, when I say it's all about the outfits, it doesn't mean you can't ever be in workout clothes. I'm usually in workout clothes and sometimes I'm sweaty, and that's fine. You don't always have to be primped and perfect and have your makeup on and your hair done. People like to see, you know, a real person who got their butt kicked by Max 30 or whatever. All right. All right. And now I'm gonna give you guys a little assignment. So think about what you're interested in. What do you want to know more about, and what's going on in your life that you would like to connect more with people that are, you know, interested in the same topics. So those are kind of the hashtags you're going to use to find people you think you would like to connect with. Where you're going to find these people, search out those hashtags, and then start reaching out to them. So I'll kind of recap basically what I do. I follow 10 to 20 people a day based on non-fitness hashtags. I pick 10 people every single Monday that I'm going to take a vested interest in and reach out to every day that week. And then after a week of reaching out to them on their pictures with genuine comments, I send them a direct message and kind of open up the conversation. So I think that's it. I can stop sharing this and I can open up for questions if anyone has them. I hope that was
super awesome.
I needed that so bad. I need structure on Instagram myself, so that was perfect.
I had one of my coaches text me, can we get these slides? So awesome to have them as well. Yeah, I think that a lot of the stuff that you went over was so, you know, just like the nitty-gritty basics of Instagram, but it's so hard, I think, for a lot of people to just dive in, you know, because a lot of people are newer and they just aren't sure where to even start. So that was really great to see it broken down into steps. So we really appreciate that. And I love the 10 people idea. Because I tell my team all the time, I'm like, I have lists galore. I list my notebooks and my phone and my computer. Sometimes it's overwhelming when you have all these people you need to follow up with and track, but narrowing it to 10 a week and really following them closely, it just seems like that would be so effective. So I really, really love that.
I have a question here for you.
Yeah, guys, I posted in FlyNation a thread. If anybody has any questions, we can ask Jillian for you.
Let me scroll and find it. All right. Is it better to do a couple of hashtags rather than a bunch?
No. You want to do they max is 30, you want to max it out for sure.
Max it.
It makes your post look messy if you put it in the post. So like I said, I just copy and paste all my tags from the tags for likes in the first comments. And honestly, guys, like there's a girl that is a coach on my team that she's like 30.9 thousand, like she has over 30,000 followers, and I get more likes than she does because I use the tags for likes app. And she just does her own hashtags. That app is like amazing for traffic, and it's free.
Yeah, that's
Love
awesome.
that.
I wrote that down. And the Google Keep too. I love that as well. Any other questions? Any other questions, you guys? You can head to FlyNation real quick and ask before we hop off. What was I going to say?
Here's a question. What are your opinions on using
Integress
to auto comment like and gain followers? I'm gonna read that again for you. What are your opinions on using Integress to auto comment like and gain followers?
I don't use anything auto. I do all the work myself. I hired a guy once to like find followers for me. He ended up like following a bunch of other coaches' followers, and it was sort of a mess. So I was really uncomfortable with basically someone having access to my account. And I felt like I was kind of putting myself in a tough place. So I don't do that. I mean, honestly, following 10 people a day, unfollowing people that don't follow you, and commenting on 10 people's pictures takes me all of 7 minutes. So
yeah,
I'm
not a huge fan. I actually have like, and I know you've probably seen posts like this in Fit Diamonds too, Jillian, but like some of the even top 10 coaches, they'll spam our accounts, and you just know that it's either somebody working for them or an auto account. And it's just like, it could be a picture of like me at my grandma's funeral, and they're like, love it. So obviously that's not genuine. Like their account is just mass liking and commenting things. And so I'm not a huge fan of it that way, because I just don't, like you said, it just doesn't feel genuine. And just to be able to do it yourself seems to work so much better.
Yeah, I would take, like Katie said, if you're overwhelmed with lists, just cut it to 10 people a week and don't kill yourself. Like I work a really high pressure full-time job, and I have to make the most of my power hours. So this is how I do it. And I've been pretty successful with Instagram coaches. So it's, obviously if you have more time, hey, do 20 people a week, but it's pretty doable by yourself if you follow this.
Love that.
Okay, I might have one more. Let's check.
I think that's all the questions that we have. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Cool.
All right. Well, that was awesome. Thank you again, Jillian.
You're welcome. All right. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to send me a message.
Okay, we will. And again, if anybody hopped on late, we'll, obviously this link is the same for the recording, and then we'll repost in the files where we keep all of our team call recordings, so you guys can view it again and go back, take more notes, whatever you want to do.
Thanks,
All right.
Jillian.
All right. Talk to you guys. Bye.
Yeah.